What is up, Watch fam? I am Christian from Theo and Harris, and today I am back here at London Jewelers Manhasset Watch Salon. And today we're going to be taking a look at Omega's current collection, and I'm going to be doing that for two reasons. First, because I adore Omega, so it's always good to take a look at their collection. But second, because this collection will be changing very soon. It's a new year, new watches will be coming out. They already have from other brands. And I suppose I just wanted to take one last look at a collection that I've liked quite a bit. So today, not only did I pick out one watch that I personally not only adore, but think on almost every level is flawless, but I asked two of my friends here from London Jewelers, Jamie and Anthony, to do the same. They handle these watches and Omega's collection a lot more often than I do, and it's just a pleasure to see what they gravitate to and understand why. So let's get into today's episode. Okay, this is not a surprise to anybody. I had to go precious metal, as I generally do. This is the Panda Dial Yellow Gold Speedmaster on this rubber strap. I actually was one of the first people to see this watch when it was released, believe it or not. Omega had me and a bunch of other people as their guest in Miami to have a sneak peek at all of their new watches, and people were obsessed with the Aqua Terras, which were awesome, but I naturally gravitated right toward the most expensive and precious watch that I could find, and it was this. They also released the new Speedmasters with a full yellow gold bracelet as well, and it's amazing. They're unbelievable watches, but just the comfort of this rubber was, I don't know, it just took me away, right? I really just loved it. It was also so much more, I guess, wearable, versatile, without, being as flashy. I mean, it still is flashy. It's still a solid gold Speedmaster, but I felt a little bit more casual. I felt like I could wear it, with sweats in Soho or something as I carried my overpriced groceries down the block. I love this watch. If I had to buy an Omega today, it would be this watch, bar none. Right now I'm looking at it and I want to go downstairs and I want to throw my credit card down, but I won't. Obviously, from the backside, you just have this remarkably well-finished, manually wound chronograph movement. Top to bottom, the watch is, in my view, flawless. Maybe one of the best Speedmasters ever, which is bold, but I really do feel that way. So I adore this watch, and thank you to London Jewelers for letting me play with it for a little while. Maybe I'll head down and try to negotiate, but I don't think they have much room on this one. I think everyone wants this, so too bad for me.
So I went with the Omega Aqua Terra. I think an understated and underrated watch from the brand, and there's no doubt about it, green is definitely the it color right now, so I went with the olive green version. I think for under $6,000, stainless steel with a two-tone finish, high polished and brushed, sapphire crystal front and back, textured dial, coaxial escapement, kind of a no-brainer. I think it definitely leans maybe a little bit dressier with the high polished finish, but it's very much a sport watch. Water resistant, very wearable at 41 millimeters. If you have a smaller wrist like myself, it still fits really well. So very wearable. I mean, for sure, it's one of the most popular brands we carry here. I think they have such a wide variety of different timepieces. Obviously, most known for the Speedmaster, and that line alone, you can pick any different variation you want. But I think watches like the Aqua Terra and definitely the Seamaster line, they offer so much. It's one of the top brands we carry here for sure. It's a necessary line. If you look at the two top sellers like the Speedmaster and the Seamaster, this kind of falls right in between. It can be worn, like you said, land or sea, but I think it's very much needed. And with the new introduction of kind of more colorful, fun dials, it really opens it up to something very different than the line carries.
So this is a Omega Seamaster. It's a great price point for a diver's watch, all steel, and it's 42 millimeters. This was actually my first watch. My wife had bought it for me when we got married. I've been working with Omega for about 4 years now. It's a great brand, always coming out with new James Bond models. When any of the movie watches come out, we always get hundreds of calls for them, and people come running in, they looking for it and really wanting the Bond from the movie, watch.
What's poppin', watch fam? Christian missed me in the intro, but I'm also here today, and I'm actually doing 2 watches because one of the watches that I really like is sadly too big for my wrist, but the other watch is not. So first watch I picked is actually from the Dark Side of the Moon series. It is aptly named the White Side of the Moon. White ceramic watch, 44.25 millimeters. So it's kind of a beast. It's much too big for my wrist, but if you watch the channel, you know all I really want when I grow up is a white ceramic watch. Ceramic is very weird because it feels like a mug, but it's brilliant. It doesn't scratch or anything like that. So that's a really cool aspect, especially if you're someone that hates scratches. Besides that, very, very crisp white, which is my favorite thing. Obviously, red Speedmaster below Omega for that little pop, matched by the seconds hands. And all the hands on this watch are 18 karat white gold. So it's popping. This also has the caliber 9300, which is cool, and it shares a similar trait to the other watch that I'll be talking about. It has a jumping hour hand, so if you are flying around the world or adjusting to time zones, you don't have to move the minutes hands or even stop the watch. You just flick the hours hand and you're all good. Sadly though, like I said, it's too big for me. Anybody else, I feel like, I'm 5'9", if you're 5'10", it's perfect. I just missed the cutoff. It's like a roller coaster, but for rich people. The second watch is the 1957 heritage model of the Speedmaster. This is what the original Speedmaster looked like without the blue dial, and it's beautiful. It also comes in at a smaller size. This is 40.5. I have a wrist that's 6.75 inches is what I tell people. It's really 6.5 inches. It fits my wrist very well. It has a broad arrow. Hours hand is also a jumping hour. So if you're changing the time, same thing with White Side of the Moon. This is great. It is retro. It's weird to say considering the Speedmaster design that we all know and love now is also retro. This is the original real deal. The size is how everything was. And you'll notice that the lugs on this watch are not twisted like the modern Speedmaster or on the White Side of the Moon. It does wear a little larger than 40.5. Still, striking, different. So it really has everything that you know and love about the Speedmaster, but the movement is the caliber 9906. Also has a very beautiful case back. This one is a little bit more simple in terms of what you see, but a lot more detailed in terms of finishing. I really like that. I love both of these watches, and maybe I'll go buy them both. If Christian's buying that gold Speedmaster, we should just blow up London Jewelers with our purchases.
I did forget Michael. I don't know how the hell that happened. He was standing right there. Anyway, thank you, Michael, and Jamie and Anthony for picking out some of your favorite Omegas. And I'm just excited to see what Omega has in store next. This is a brand that has worked so hard. They've worked tirelessly in the last 10 years to better their collection and improve and increase, really, what they could possibly deliver to the end consumer. Omega is not just a mass market brand with clients all over the world, but Omega really does embody the watch geek, really. Their dedication to technology and their own heritage, and really the synergy between those two things is remarkable. Take the Speedmaster that I looked at just before. That is a moon watch in almost every measurable way, and then in every other measurable way, in every technical way, it is not. It is no longer, right? But they were able to just respect and progress so well. Again, it's a brand that I love, and I know that you guys love them too. Thank you to London Jewelers for giving me the opportunity to take a look at these watches. And if you guys are in the New York area, I highly recommend take a look at your local London Jewelers. That's it. Thank you very much.